Hey queer stars, I'm Otis Elevator Ashtabula Bell. I am the witch on the job. I'm with this witch. I'm an astrologer, a transgender queer mystic healer, and a witch. Just kind of coming down here to do an oracle collective reading, like wherever it finds you. I'm sure it has a message for you. This is timeless, and I'm just gonna do a little shake of my dice. I've got an acorn in and mixed it just to bring in a topic for the collective reading today. At the shoreline, we've got Aquarius, Pluto, or sorry, Neptune, say. Aquarius, Neptune, and the fifth. I feel like I'm living that right now. Aquarius is dropping a vision of a bigger picture, like an eagle flying over and offering a perspective story of a big wind, of change, maybe dealing with the collective. It's maybe liberating. It's an expression of, in the fifth house, an expression of something. Something that's like getting out there and being seen and getting fans. With a liberation message, a revolution that benefits everyone in the collective. But that's related to Neptune, which is our sixth sense and knowing. I am coming down here to talk about magic as a visionary tool for liberation, and that actually our fifth house of personal expression, where we are that sun shining out into the world and that sunflower too that has been lifted up by the sun and grown there, that fifth house of that which is gestated by the light and that which expresses that, that's you, is a visionary place of dreaming. And what can we dream into for our own expression? How can we be even our expression even more the sun and sunflower in the garden and have it be visionary, liberating, something that is attuned with visionary, liberating things for the collective? How can each of our expressions, how can we dream into even bigger expressions of our visionary selves in service of the collective and in this garden? What would you look like in your biggest dream for yourself? Most radical vision of something where you were dreaming up a visionary expression of yourself. Mm, good place to start. Wherever that hits you, just take a moment and close your eyes, even, or whatever. Dance. I like to channel in different ways. Sometimes dancing, turn on a song and just take that as a prompt and imagine it. Maybe get in with your closet if it's about expression and creativity, thinking about overhauling a look, get into your clothing, drag, imagine having fans. What would you want to perform? Film yourself. I'm getting in here and doing some fifth house work of expression, tending by seeing my expression and working on what I present as and express as, because my communication, I need to nurture a visionary and radical way of intuitively presenting in the world. So I'm bringing in things I love that are expressions of me in my channel. I'm regulated by the ocean. I want healing. I think this is visionary to have these beautiful expressions of life that are this healing to like commune with, to bring forward visionary messages for the collective about healing. That's what I'm doing here. I think we're all doing that on our own little shorelines that are just us interfacing with the world. That's what this is. Everything's a shoreline. Everything's an alchemy zone of like this light dancing with the potential of whatever vision's coming through you. And, you know, just like the waves and everything coming in to mix it up. It's different down here every day and every hour and every moment. But working on communication as a whole thing. It's not just, we're not just talking heads. I was just thinking talking heads last night. Once in a lifetime, Water hold me down once in a lifetime. Water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, into the dark again. Water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Let the days go by. Let the water hold me down. Let the days go by. Water flowing underground. Okay. We have a deck of Tabula Mundi. Caim Frige at one. Bridget, the goddess, protect you. Bridget, the goddess, the Celtic world. Protect all the bridgies that bridge the whole truth. And the medicine wheel there. And understand nonlinear bridging of duality and non-binary queer space. Meeting in the center, that radical place of emergent unknown. In the great question there. Where every multiplicity meets in paradox and multiplicity. And Bridget says, ask Mari Lou. Mari Lou, that old mare they kicked out of the stable so Jesus could be born that old way. That old mare of the old way, that old horse. That dark horse running through that nightmare. Mari Lou, the bridges of the dark and light, we ask you today might want to express in a visionary way. Ooh, for healing. For the collective. Well, how can we be that expression? How can each of us? How can I look and feel this good? That's why I come here to get inspired. Look at this. This is what it feels like, right? The ocean's edge. How could we be this mermaid? Seven of Cups, Venus and Scorpio. It's like all these hidden subconscious longings and murky messages. What's true? What do I want? I don't know. I just don't know how to do that. Searching for a peace of mind, Two of Swords, searching for this beautiful duality bridging place where you can really understand your intuition bridging dark and light. Yeah, come to that peace. The two wants to know the three. That three is the middle way where the swords can go, oh, okay, yeah, the both and. Oh gosh, that creates everything. It's infinite, right? And there's this alchemy. Aeon. This card, Infinity, the Aeon, the alchemy vessel. That's what we are. That's why I come down here. And when you want to bridge dark and light and you realize it's more than just two, it's actually so much infinite. Oh my god, that's just the mind just gets stuck in one or two, this or that. And it's like, oh wait, there's just go through the middle and become the alchemy vessel. Whoa, look what that becomes. Anything you can dream of. And it's some kind of mixture of like Four of Cups and Queen of Wands. So like what you lost from yesterday that you're still crying about, and that river of tears flowing by of all the memory of the lost past that you just are so deeply with and longing, and how that forms your desire for the Queen of Wands and what that fire wants to create. That's a creative fire. This creates the world because the Queen receptively manifests. It's just what our secret desires are, our secret longings, and what we innerly cry about from lost days and those tears in the dark. They are the ones she's being formed by because she's receptively manifesting the desire. It comes from through its polarity from water to fire. It's like the kidneys of the ancestor knowledge flaming up the heart, steaming it up, and they're going, what do I want to do about that desire, that trapped fire, that trapped desire, that old longing? What do I want to do about it? The lovers I see immediately. Look how they make a beehive, honey hive when they're hugging. You want to just find the loveds and hug them. And it feels like you're inside of a hive, and then you want to just like make the hive. You don't like, it's not about like, there's no way to fail this. You just find lovers that feel this good, and you just be in the hive. That's it. Isn't that funny? Why did it get so complicated in the mind? Like, that's all we're doing. And it's so complicated to get that lover honey hug, isn't it? We all know. It's our wealth, 10 of Cups. But isn't that funny? What people do with wealth has issues with wealth too, don't we? And lust. We've got Leo really kind of and fire in general with Aries just under review. What do we do with that? What are you doing with your strength? They call this strength in some decks, and in some decks it's lust. It's the Leo card, that 8/8 Lion's Gate, that Lemon's Gate, that infinity of our hearts, that forever flame Bridget knows does burn true. That eternal flame. I love this card. Look at her. She knows she's leading us. This is our hearts. This is what the flame inside of the sun and inside of our hearts is made of. It looks like Statue of Liberty a little bit, like Lady Justice, and this huge crown around her head, and the rose. It's just unified across species, and all the plants and animals in the human heart realize that we are co-evolving. Our souls and spirits are so entwined, and we have to be the strength that knows that and lives that and creates that, and that we are created by that. As much as we're gardening this garden, it gardens us. So when we're actually walking with animals and plants and growing the garden back and understanding it's our spiritual renewal, that the anchoring of our spirits and souls is in the animals and the wild and the plants and the elements. And all the old stories and stuff revolve around that. And so the more we grow that back in with that, backing us up, the old ways and stories have to grow the garden. That's what we have to do. And our bodies are the garden too. And our abilities to be this biodiverse ecosystem where we're this boss. We feel this good in our own egos. Everybody that beautiful, that beauty parade with the inner faith and the faith of the heavens restored, and the fact that each of us is a tiny scroll landing on the earth. Each of us is this heart being played by the gods. Each of us is the expression of the faith of the gods in us. And it teaches us faith. This card, Nine of Wands, is about, though, your inner faith and trust in yourself, aligned with the universe's trust in you. And this commingling of this inner flame of nine of sovereignty, of the fires, where you realize your fire and your desire is on. And it's the God's will coming through. You're a channel. It's true. It's made you, and you make it, and it's just nothing separable. This is nothing separated. This is like faith. I mean, faith, right? I said the real economy is trust. It's interesting. Faith, trust. These are really key concepts. What are they made of? This is a really relational value reading. I mean, I feel like what's coming through is it's made of love and relationship. That which you want to give the honey hugs with, and that you do, and that hugs you back, and that is that in full consent, you know? Yeah, I got lust again. I put it back in and it came out again. It's just, you can, well, this is a different one. No, it's not. It's the same. I don't know. Unification across the species. Across the species. You know? The heart. I'm confused. No, I did put it back and it came out again. Yeah. Wow. Well, it's a strong message. It's just like, it's just in your heart. Your heart knows. It's what makes your heart feel this good. It's what makes, when your heart feels this good, you get a drag makeover. Like everybody gets queer eyed and everyone looks this good in their own life. That's what faith is. It's like, what is it? What is trust? Well, you trust that which hugs you, that you hug, makes that honey hive, and transforms you in that queer eye into the alchemy of beauty, and you become that strength. You become that garden. You are the expression of that beauty. You're reborn through the dragon's eye of the gods knowing of you. You trust it. You wouldn't distrust your own strength and beauty because it would be distrusting the gods. So having faith is trusting your own beauty and your own fire to a one. It's like you are the griffin phoenix rising. It's you and everything you know how to do and how you know how you like it. That's it. That's what's leading us in the collective astrology right now is Aries. Aries North Node, reflecting on healing anything wounded in itself so it can really align with creating this beautiful way that is just so subjective and unique and special for each of us. We have these gifts to bring. And it is just like what gets us free and what's self-defined as happiness and what is our own art, what is our own merger of dark and light. You know, we've got these two ponies that are just dark and light, and they're just like merging out of this black hole of nourishing like finite reality that's so dark, like the carbon that's dead stars here that everything's made of. It's so dark, and it's wondering what the heck do I do with myself? Well, it's light and dark. It's like light and gray are in these ponies. I like the three really. They're in this one. It makes it. You can see where two's longing for each other and the magnetic attraction that's holding them together and entwining them around each other. That's from this dark place. So the subconscious magnetic thing, the magnet of gravity, is an interesting thing. Trust it. It's forming you. We all talk about what are we gonna do with our will and how do I be myself. It's like self, aka love, life is being you. Can you receive that truth? Stop getting in the way of God. God came here to look this good. Why would you deny it? You came here to look this good and slay. You are the expression of the arrow of God, right? You're gestated here. You're that tip of their wing. You have to dance and sing. You came to the party. They want it. They want every bit of us to be the best art. Not for like our own egos. We're talking about I think reinventing ego and fire a lot here. We have to get free with this idea of like we serve the collective. So there's no ego in that. We can do whatever we want. We can be big, we can be beautiful, we can be divine expressions because we have to be. It is. And reinvent everything with that. We're the mad scientists of our own epiphanies of drag and fancy. Alright, that's the message today. That seems good. I'm gonna jump in. You can stay and enjoy that if you want. See you later, queer stars.